Hello, everyone. It's Saturday, May 8th, 2021 at 6:24 a.m. Well, I woke up at 6 and just gathered my stuff and, excuse me, I don't know what I'm going to exactly do today, but I've been feeling extremely down and depressed lately, depressed and scared of the future, and feeling like that for a long time. And, frustrated that I can't have control over my own life. I mean, I couldn't even have control over this haircut that I paid for with my money. And the guy, kind of, he purposely didn't cut my hair evenly, even though I'm getting a lot of compliments and everybody says it look good, but, he cut my hair uneven, and even the previous guy did a worse job than this guy, but this guy took it upon himself to try to be like, well, my prices are different. Oh, your prices are different for me, the target, who you want to just force to pay more money. Because as I said, the perp who got me wrongfully banned from Bodacious, I mean, he got his hair cut before I did. And he would do stuff like, and Alex Dupree would do that too, basically mock you or mimic you in advance. The fact that they know what you're going to do, and it's a shock. I wonder, how do they know? And some people say it's the remote neural monitoring and them reading your brain and stuff like that. So on my Candy Grandpre channel, if y'all saw that bodacious video where the employees try to deny that he was gang stalking me, or and one person pointed out that the gaslighting is really heavy, So I'm mad every day about the bodacious thing, and it's like the idea of me being banned from somewhere. That decision is made by people younger than me. Even that, for me to get banned from Sky Zone, banned by people younger than me. And it bothers me because I don't know other people, other adults who get treated the way I do. That all this abuse and control is coming from people younger than me. Not all of it, but a lot of it. People think that they can just treat me like shit and treat me how they want, and I'm the fool for not fighting back or standing up for myself. But when I do stand up for myself, I get banned from places. I could go to jail, or I can get locked up in a mental institution when I do stand up for myself. So, but those are the same people, who would tell me I allow myself to get taken advantage of or screwed over. Because when I told the guy that this part is lower and longer and has more hair than this part is shorter, he still went to proceed to cut more here and cut just barely any right here. And this side has the line cut is like back here. The lining or whatever is way back here when this one is up here. And he had the younger than me, and he had to have the last word. I mean, he figured, I'm the one cutting your hair. So he didn't say that, but his attitude was like, I'm the one cutting your hair, so I have the last say, so I'm the boss. But rather than I'm the customer, I'm the customer and I'm older than you, so I should be the boss and have the last say so on how I want my hair. But the other guy, he cut my hair, and it was way longer. I had way more hair on the left side than the right side. But that guy was older than me though, but he was fake nice, But both of them seemed like perps. I just find it odd how that perp who follows me everywhere, along with Alex, you know, that guy just took. I mean, you would think that he's innocent because he's always quiet and don't say nothing. But I see he's been following me around ever since September, ever since the day I got my first day I got my job before last, ever since September 2019. And you've been stalking and following me around all this long, and for over a year and a half, and I still don't know your name. But that young white guy, I bet you he knows every fucking thing about me. The other guy who followed me, stalked and followed me around. You know, I mean, nobody puts a stop to a white young guy stalking, following, and harassing a black female. That's just odd and creepy. Or an almost elderly, sick, fake cancer patient online who brags about how her son is older than me. Nobody's gonna, stop her from, tormenting me and trying to take me down and destroy me online. So I have a right to speak out on my experiences and what I'm going through. Because, see, some targeted individuals realize there's a perp community within the TI community, and that's why I call it the fake TI perp cult. They're infiltrators. And on every video I post in my description box, along with the other stuff, the exposed gang stalking Google website, and exposed gang stalking, and that explains how they manipulate targeted individuals into becoming a perp themselves. Excuse me. But it's like, it's not worth it to sell out or sell my soul to the devil. See, there he goes again. That man. It's not worth it to sell your soul to the devil. Because I'm sitting here wondering, I don't want to go to hell first. I don't want for there to be no hope. I don't want to betray God, first and foremost. Second of all, if I did sell out, would that undo me being banned from everywhere? If I sold out, I would still be banned from everywhere. I wouldn't be allowed. I still wouldn't be allowed to go. I wouldn't have superpowers. I would still be banned from Everman, still be banned from Bodacious, still be unwanted in my hometown, still be unaccepted by my family. And I believe that if I were to sell out, the foster or biological family who have already sold out, they would pretend to be fake, self-righteous, and hypocritically shun me if I'd be like, well, hey, I sold my soul to the devil, or I made a deal or whatever. But I guess when people do sell out, I guess most of the time they keep it quiet. They get gagged and they keep it quiet. They don't make that a public announcement. But all I know is people pretend to fake like you when you start getting everything good. Even if people suspect or think or perceive you got a lot of money, they start kissing your ass. Or they want to know, where'd you get this new car from? Where you get all those new clothes from? Where you get this from? Where you get that from? And when it's not their business, So, and I couldn't bring myself to harass or torment an innocent person who's never done me anything, and get paid for it. I could not bring myself to do something like that. I want to stick with Jesus Christ. So, but the struggle is real and the struggle is hard. Hello. Yeah, so the struggle is real and the struggle is hard. And when you isolate it all by yourself and have just, barely no support, mostly nobody really to talk to who's understanding, because then they try to control and dictate and try to fix your life, and so can't even talk to so-called targets, because even so-called real ones that's still showing footage of their gang stalking experiences, they even want me to shut up and ignore everything, shut up and ignore all my experiences. And when a perp makes an abusive comment, they're like, oh, that person's not perping you. He's giving you good advice that you should follow. So how can you gaslight me when you're going through the same thing that I'm going through? Why would you try to act like a perp when you hate how it feels when they do it to you? So everything is all confusing if you still being targeted yourself and poison and torture with directed energy weapons, and you can't even sympathize with your fellow target, and if you can't even sympathize with another target being more sensitive than you, can't even sympathize or empathize with another target being more sensitive than you, emotionally or electronically or physically or whatever. You don't even, and some people want you to shut up, because even if they're going through the same thing that you're going through, your suffering is not their suffering, so therefore they think you should just be quiet. But I'm going to say it again, how they have these fake people who treat me like a punished child and only give me thumbs up on quote-unquote positive videos. And even some of them, I still get thumbs down by people, the perps, the online perps who hate me no matter what. If I do a video that has nothing to do with targeting and just show the beauty of nature, the birds chirping right now, and nothing else, I get massive thumbs down, because other targets can, show their artwork, show their drawings, read a poem, and get appreciated. But my fiction and stuff, everybody ignores it, take me for a joke, like as if I'm not supposed to or not allowed to be a fiction writer or a non-fiction writer. They have people who, written and published, self-published ebooks that have way more grammatical errors than I do. And seem like they're illiterate, but they get their books published and sold like hotcakes. But mine, it's like people won't giving me a chance and everybody's ignoring me and stuff. Even if my short stories are positive, I get very little attention if I just read them out loud on YouTube, or I get a lot of thumbs down. But there are some people who, I don't know if they're trying to be glittery or if they're being honest. If they say that with my, like back then, going to college, the narcissistic, abusive perp, college professors and the fake foster mom used to try to bully, harass, and lecture me about being, everything I say or write, even verbally talking, would be illogical, incoherent, and doesn't make sense, and irrational. So nowadays I write my short stories, and the very few people who do give me any attention with my short stories, even if I just show them for free, they're stunned by, if they'll say that that my short stories sound brilliant beyond comprehension. They'll say my short stories sound brilliant beyond comprehension or something like that. Or people have never really seen anybody with like bright ideas like I have. And I mainly I find it difficult to write about things that I've never experienced. Like if I write a short story, I can't write a short story about an accountant, a person with an accountant job, because I don't know much of anything about accounting. I can maybe briefly say in a short story, well, Mr. Lyons, Lyons, is an accountant, and he works he works 9 to 5, or he goes to work and does this and does that. But I can't go into detail about his job description or position because I don't know much of anything about accounting jobs and stuff. So I don't know. It's like it's the worst nightmare for me to be canceled and muted and hated from the perp community and real society and the so-called TI community, and I had to just be targeted by myself with no part of any community. And it's like to be like if people would throw eggs at me if they want to. But the same people who, if I show proof and other people show proof and evidence of their targeting and get lots of comments, thumbs ups, and likes and stuff. And then people tell me, don't worry about that. It's only don't worry about that because you're not suffering it. Have compassion and listen to, instead of shutting me up by telling me don't worry about it or ignore it. Don't do that to me. Don't try to make me shut up or ignore it. This is my struggle, and I'm hypersensitive. And then they'll be like, oh, you just need to let go of your past. Well, I'm still being abused. How can I let it go? If you're in this program for life, so it's like some people do speculate that I have Asperger's syndrome, and a lot of people ask me, nobody really asks me, are you autistic or do you have autism? But they'll ask me if by chance do I have Asperger's syndrome. But I think I heard they did away with the name Asperger, which they say is high functioning autism. I mean, who knows, I might be autistic, partially autistic or mildly autistic because of all the foster care abuse and experimentation and the vaccines and psych meds and everything that, ruined me. And then people hate me, my character as a person, and I can't help who I am, all the damage and abuse that I've been through. I can't even do what I want. And they've had people who been in and out of jail, in and out of prison, and they can get chances, and they can have a second chance at life. I never even got to have a real first chance at life. So I never got to have a real first chance at life. And, illegal immigrants, well, I'm going to say immigrants, legal or illegal, they got more opportunity, but I'm saying more the illegal immigrants especially got more opportunity than us homeless Americans in this country. And I don't have a right to speak out against that. They get more freedom and opportunity in a country that they came to illegally. And there they go with the noise harassment, and they got the red shirts on. They got the red shirts on. they're trying to signal that I should shut up. The moment I mention illegal, because that's what they are over there, you know. But they can run this country, a country that doesn't belong to them. You know, so there they go with the noise harassment. They don't want me sitting over there for whatever reason. The moment I was about to turn the corner and go over there, and the moment I mentioned about them, and they got the perp standing in a red shirt, they were harassing me yesterday, perping me yesterday. That they can get job opportunities. They can live the American dream. They can have job, car, family, and everything. Be close with their family and everything. And I deserve to be just hindered and stunted. I deserve to be hindered and stunted, you know, with no opportunity in life. See, look at that. So now they prevented me from trying to chill there yesterday. And I was trying to show footage of the American perps wait till I come to sit by there to pretend like they just gonna go and cut grass. And so I couldn't even post those videos up either. So, American or not, or legal citizen or not, criminal felons got more, people who've been multi-time felons get more freedom and opportunity in life. And I got a bachelor's degree. And, you know, just all the parameters, you know, all the foundations laid, all the parameters covered, and all the foundations laid for me to be just my life ruined and me to be blacklisted with no rights before I even turned 17. And being treated with abuse and people treating you mean and not shy about it, treating you harshly mean everywhere you go. You know, it's like the same people who they think that every time I post proof of my gang stalking, that they act like they delusionally believe they have the authority to punish me with thumbs down every time I expose. Well, isn't this what y'all wanted? You know, in the beginning, y'all try to say I was fake. That all she does is don't post any real evidence, but just talk. You know, so here I'm posting my gang stalking, and y'all trying to tell me shut up and ignore. And they yell at me and say ignore in all caps, to like trying to insinuate that I'm stupid or that I lack intelligence. You know, I don't know anyone else who's college educated with at least a bachelor's degree and treated like they lack intelligence, or treated like, be told that a two-year-old has more common sense than me. You know, narcissistic abusers would point at their 2-year-old relative, like the fake foster family members and other people too, and be like, well, this child is not even 2 years old yet. He got more common sense than you. Like, this reputation that I'm mentally slow and crazy and lack common sense. And everything I do or say lack common sense. And it needs to be controlled and corrected. You know, 37 years old, get treated like a punished child, but not allowed to I get shunned or condemned for making adult decisions. Or even if I try something for the first time and make a mistake, I'm not allowed to make a mistake and learn from it. They'll say, you don't even learn your lesson, do you? Like, you try to lecture me and bitch at me like I'm still a child. And I'm getting this treatment from people who are 14, 15 years old, who think that everybody who thinks they're mightier than me. So I needed to get my feelings out and emotions and frustration out. So for those of you who, well, I'm going to put this on my Candy Grandpre channel. And so I've been posting a lot of more videos within the past week because of being blocked from or punished, wrongfully punished and blocked from using Twitter. You know, so today's supposed to be my first day I get to go back on Twitter. You know, I don't like people who act like they think they have the authority to monitor, stalk, and follow me everywhere and be a babysitter and treat me like I'm in detention and control my every move. And y'all bitches serve Satan. Go fuck yourselves.